Hey, what is up, guys? It's Kevin back in with a quick new video, and you're gonna hear my daughter. She's watching Elmo right now. But I've had a lot of people, and I made the video last week telling you guys that I had to euthanize my dog, which his name was Loki. He was named after Loki from Avengers. He's probably my favorite villain in the whole series or whatever. But I want to explain what happened. So I had Loki for about 5 years, something like that. He was a great dog. He was energetic. He was athletic. He was a Doberman Pinscher, of course. I actually found him walking down the road, and I got him into my car. A super, super duper nice dog. He would never attack anybody or anything. He was just a good dog. So I got him. He was great. He was in the backyard. He would come inside sometimes, especially in the winter when it was cold. He would come inside and stay in the garage, and I'd have his little bed for him. But the reason I had to euthanize him is about, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. We were walking up. Me and my wife was walking up the street, and I want to say it was 3 years ago because my wife was still pregnant. We was walking up the street, and around the corner, a person had a pit bull, and it was in a fence. And when we cut around the corner, I guess the pit bull seen Loki, and we also had Dotson, and we were walking both of them, and the pit bull jumped the fence. He went to Loki and started sniffing him, and then he grabbed him. Like, Loki is not gonna, he would never attack another dog, but the pit bull grabbed him, like, right here, and it was like, half his jaw was here, half his jaw was there, and I was beating on this pit bull in the head for probably 3 or 4 minutes and couldn't get him off. Finally, he detached, and the owner of the house came out, or the owner of the other dog came out, the pit bull. It came out, and she grabbed him after he detached. But Loki had like a big gash here and a big gash here. Now, the good thing I can say is the owner of the pit bull was like, yeah, take it to the vet, we'll pay it. We took him the next day, and I believe it was only like $150, something like that. And they gave him some antibiotics. They didn't sew him up because it wasn't big enough to have stitches. So the vet was like, yeah, we'll give him some antibiotics and he should be fine. When we came back home, and I'm going to tell you right now, having to put down an animal you had for that long, it's like a family member. Like, I was crying my ass off when they give him 2 shots. I was crying my ass off, and I'm still not, like, totally... When I think about it, I still want to cry, but I'm not going to do that. So we took it to the vet. He got everything he needed, the medicine. And when we came back home, I was going to keep him in the house because I knew that he was feeling bad. And you can see my stairs. When he came back home, I took him up the stairs, and his back legs was just wobbling. Like he couldn't get up the stairs. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I was thinking, well, maybe he's just hurting. So over the past couple years, his back legs got really, really bad. Like, he couldn't jump. He could barely run. When I take him on a walk, it's like his back leg was just wobbling. So I really did think it was something to do with his spine. So about a week and a half ago, I went out to feed him in the morning, and usually when I go feed him, he runs up and is like, hey Loki, time to eat, and he'll run up. But he was over in the corner of the backyard. And he was laying down, but he was on his side. He never really lays on his side unless he's like asleep. So I walked over there and I had a bad feeling. Even before I went out, because usually I'll smoke a cigarette in the bathroom and look out the back window of the bathroom and he's running around, he's doing this. So I walked over there, he was laying on his side and he was basically paralyzed. He was looking at me like he could barely move his head and he could move his eyes and all that. And yeah, so yeah, he couldn't move, and I tried to pick him up. I thought he was just being lazy. I grabbed him and I picked him up and put him on his back legs, and he just flopped back over. He could not walk. From his neck down, he was paralyzed. And me and my wife went out and got a blanket, and we put him in the blanket. We brought him inside. And at that point, I was just like, yeah, we got to do something about this. We can't just, it's his time. It's his time to go. And I kind of thought this probably about 6 or 7 months ago, but it's so hard to do that to somebody that you believe is a family member. He could still run around, he could still, go eat. He was wobbly, but not like something that, oh, I got to put him down. But at that point, it was so sad. So we took him to the vet that morning, probably an hour after I found him outside like that, and I hope nobody has to go through this, but I know a lot of people do. But he was, when you put a dog to sleep, they give him 2 shots. 1 shot to numb him, and then another shot to euthanize him. And his face, after he was already gone, I just broke down. It was horrible. But I have his ashes. I have a paw print. They put it in a really cool tin. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened to Loki, and it's a sad thing. And right now, we still have our Dobson wiener dog, which is my wife's dog, and she had it before we got together. But I don't think I want to get another dog for a while. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so everybody has been asking, texting me, commenting, sending me emails on, Gmail and YouTube. That's what happened to the dog. And, I'm not completely over it, but it was something that had to be done. So I'm working on the S10. I'm about to go back out right now and see if I can get it running, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple days. Take it easy.